Good morning, class 7. Today we will start a poem, Dad and the Cat and the Tree. From the name of the poem itself, we can understand that the poem revolves around three characters, the dad and the cat and the tree. Now let us read the poem and see what happens to the tree, or what happens to the dad, or something happens to the cat. Let us find out. First I will read the whole poem to you, then I will explain stanza wise. Have you ever seen a cat climbing a tree? Sometimes a cat may climb too high and get stuck in the tree. The poor thing can't come down without help. How would you help it? Surely not like Dad in the poem. Is Dad a good climber? What were his plans? Read the poem to find out. Okay, now let us read the poem and find out. This morning, a cat got stuck in our tree. Dad said, "Right, just leave it to me." The tree was wobbly, the tree was tall. Mum said, "For goodness, shake, don't fall." I have read one word wrongly. For goodness sake, don't fall. Fall? Scoffed Dad. A climber like me? Child's play, this is. You wait and see. He got out the ladder from the garden shed. It slipped. He landed in the flower bed. Never mind, said Dad, brushing the dirt off his hair and his face and his trousers and his shirt. We'll try plan B. Stand out of the way, Mum said. Don't fall again, okay? Fall again? Said Dad. Funny joke. Then he swung himself up on a branch. It broke. Dad landed wallop back on the deck. Mum said, Stop it. You'll break your neck. Rubbish, said Dad. Now we'll try plan C. Easy as winking to a climber like me. Then he climbed up high on the garden wall. Guess what? He didn't fall. Have a great leap, and he landed flat in the crook of the tree trunk, right on the cat. The cat gave a yell and sprang to the ground, pleased as punch to be safe and sound. So it's smiling and smirking, smug as can be. But poor old Dad's still stuck up the tree. Okay, now let us read the poem again and I will explain line by line. This morning a cat got stuck in our tree. Now from the first two lines we can easily understand that the poet is describing about a tree where a cat has got stuck. It is not able to come down on its own. So the poet says, this morning a cat got stuck in our tree. There was a tree in their house and a cat got stuck in the tree in the morning. Dad said, right, just leave it to me. When Dad was told that a cat has got stuck up in the tree, then he said, okay, all right, now leave that to me. How the cat will come down, how I will bring the cat down, I will decide. Leave everything to me. The tree was wobbly, the tree was tall. Wobbly means unsteady. Unsteady means it was shaking. When the tree was pulled, it was shaking. The tree was wobbly, the tree was tall. It was a tall tree and it was an unsteady tree. It was shaking, the branches were shaking. Mum said, for goodness sake, don't fall. Now, when mum means mummy, mother. When the mother saw that her husband was about to climb up the tree to bring the cat down, she was scared, she was afraid, and she told her husband, for God's sake, for goodness sake, don't fall. That means she warned her husband to be careful, to be cautious while climbing up the tree, otherwise he might fall. Fall, scoffed Dad. Scoffed means he laughed mockingly. Mazak udana. He laughed mockingly. When the mother, or in other words we can say when his wife, it is the mother of the boy, it is the wife of this father who is climbing up the tree. So when his wife warned him that please be careful, for God's sake don't fall, then hearing the word fall, her husband said, fall? Oh, it's like a joke. Who's going to fall? I am such a perfect climber. Fall, scoffed Dad. A climber like me? He is mocking, he is making fun of the mother or his wife, you can say, when his wife said, be careful, don't fall. Then this man who is climbing up the tree, he is making fun of his wife and saying, fall? A climber like me? That means he is trying to say that I am a perfect climber. I know very well how to climb up the trees. So falling? No, it is out of question. Child's play this is. You wait and see. Child's play. He is trying to say that it is such an easy task to climb up the tree. It is like a child's play. It is such an easy task, a simple work to do. You just wait and see how I will climb up the tree easily and I will bring the cat down. He got out the ladder. You can see the picture, children. There is a ladder. He brings the ladder out from the garden shed. It slipped. He landed in the flower bed. So this is the first attempt which the dad makes in order to climb up the tree. He brings a ladder from the garden shed, and as he is trying to climb up the ladder, he slips down and he falls on the flower bed. He landed in the flower bed. Never mind, said Dad, brushing the dirt off his hair and his face and his trousers and his shirt. Now when he fell on the flower bed, he did not get disheartened. He was not discouraged. He did not sit back and say, okay, now I have fallen down, let it be, let the cat sit on the tree only. I will not climb up the tree again. He did not do anything like this. He was still equally enthusiastic. He was still ready to climb up the tree once again. So when he fell down, he said, never mind. And he brushed the dirt which was there on his shirt, on his hair, on his face and on his trousers. We'll try plan B. Now that was plan A, when the father took the help of a ladder to climb the tree, but he slipped and fell on the flower bed. This was plan A. Now he is saying, let us try plan B. Let us try something else. Stand out of the way. Now he is telling his wife that get aside. Don't come in my way. Don't stand in my way. Get out of the way. Let me plan something else. Mum said, don't fall again, okay? Now his wife is still afraid that if he climbs up again, he might fall again. So she is again warning her husband that please don't fall again, okay? Be careful. Fall again, said Dad. Funny joke. Now again he is making fun of his wife and he is saying, fall again? Oh, funny joke. You are talking like a joke. You are talking something funny. I'll not fall again. Fall again, said Dad. Funny joke. Then he swung himself up on a branch. It broke. Now you can see the picture here shows that this was plan A. The dad has fallen along with the ladder on the flower bed. In plan B, he again climbs up the tree. He swung himself up on the branch of the tree. That branch of the tree broke and he again fell down on the ground. Then he swung himself up on a branch. It broke. Dad landed wallop back on the deck. Now here you should know the meaning, children. Dad landed wallop. Landed wallop means he fell heavily. Zor se girna. He fell heavily on the ground. Back on the deck. Deck here means on the floor. When he was trying to climb up the tree the second time, he swung on the branch of the tree. The branch broke, and this man, the dad, again fell on the floor heavily. He fell down on the floor heavily. Mum said, "Stop it, you'll break your neck." Now when his wife saw that her husband has fallen down on the floor the second time, she was very much scared, she was frightened, and she's saying that, "Stop it, you should stop it now, don't climb the tree again and again, because now you are going to break your neck." "Rubbish," said dad. Now still, look at the enthusiasm this dad has. Still he is not disheartened, he is not discouraged, and he says rubbish. That means he does not agree to his wife that now if he will try to climb the tree again, he might hurt himself badly, he might break his neck. And he says rubbish. That means he does not want to listen to his wife at all. Now we'll try plan C. Now some third plan he is going to try. "Easy as winking to a climber like me." Winking means palak jhapkana. As easily as we can wink our eyes, similarly he says that it is as easy as winking, climbing a tree like me. I am a perfect climber. The person like me can climb a tree very, very easily. It is a very easy task for a person like me. Then he climbed up high on the garden wall. Guess what? He didn't fall. Now this is plan C. What did the dad do for the third time? He climbed up the high garden wall. He does not climb the tree directly now. He climbs up the garden wall. And what happened? He did not fall. He gave a great leap and he landed flat in the crook of the tree trunk, right on the cat. Now pay attention what he does and what happens to him. In the previous stanza, we are reading that in plan C, this dad does not plan to climb the tree directly. He climbs up the high garden wall. From the garden wall, he takes a great leap. That means he stretches his leg forward and he tries to jump on the tree from the garden wall. He gave a great leap. He jumps, he takes a great step forward, he takes a great leap forward, and he tries to put his leg on the branch of the tree from the garden wall. Then what happened? He landed in the crook of the tree trunk. That means he landed in between the tree trunk. You can see, children, the picture. Where is dad just now? In between two tree trunks. You can see how he is hanging in between. So when the dad took a great leap and tried to jump from the garden wall to the tree trunk, what happened? He landed in between the tree trunk, right on the cat. He was now on the cat, in between the tree trunk, at that place where the cat was stuck. Now what happened? The cat gave a yell. That means the cat shouted loudly. When the dad got stuck now in between two tree trunks and he is right on the cat now, then the cat shouted loudly. The cat gave a yell and sprang to the ground. It sprang to the ground. It jumped to the ground. When the poet fell on the cat, see how he is hanging in between the two tree trunks where the cat was sitting. The cat gave a loud sound, made a loud sound and sprang on the ground. It jumped onto the ground. Pleased as Punch to be safe and sound. Pleased as Punch means the cat was very pleased. Please see, the meanings are given at the back also. You can see there also. Pleased as Punch means the cat was very pleased. When the cat was able to jump onto the ground, the cat was very pleased to have landed on the ground safely and soundly without getting any injury, without getting into any trouble. The cat could happily step on the ground, land on the ground. So it's smiling and smirking, smug as can be, but poor old dad still stuck up on the tree. So it's smiling and smirking. The poet says that the dad is now smiling and smirking, even the cat is smiling and smirking, and the poor old dad is still on the tree. It's smiling and smirking. It stands for the cat here. It appears to the dad, it appears to everybody that since the cat has landed on the ground now safely and soundly, it is smiling and smirking, and the poor old dad is still stuck up on the tree. So ultimately what happens? The cat which was stuck up on the branch of the tree, the cat has come down, and the dad who was standing on the ground and looking up at the tree and thinking of various plans how he could bring the cat down, now the dad is stuck up on the tree. So their situations, their positions are now just the reverse. So this is your whole poem. Now let us discuss the question answers also, and you have to write all the question answers in your copies. Remember, see the PDF and write the answers. Let us discuss the answers. Why was dad sure he wouldn't fall? Answer is simple. You can also give that answer. The dad was sure that he would not fall because he thought that he was a great climber. He considered himself to be a perfect climber. Which phrase in the poem expresses dad's self-confidence best? Now this answer is given on page number 108. See the last stanza on page 108. When the dad says, "Rubbish, now we'll try plan C. Easy as winking to a climber like me." The last two lines you will write in the answer. Easy as winking to a climber like me. These lines shows that the dad had self-confidence at his best. Describe plan A and its consequences. What was plan A? That the dad took a ladder from the garden shed, and as he was trying to climb up the tree, he slipped down and he fell on the flower bed. Plan C was a success. What went wrong then? See, plan C is given on page number 109. Although plan C was a success, but when the when the dad was trying to jump from the garden wall to one of the branches of the trees, he got stuck up in between and he landed right on the cat. So his plan failed here also. The cat was very happy to be on the ground. Pick out the phrase used to express this idea. This again is given on page number 109. So it's smiling and smirking. This line shows that the cat was pleased when it found itself on the ground. The cat was very pleased to be on the ground. The phrase which tells us that the cat was pleased is, so it's smiling and smirking. The poet says that the cat was smiling and smirking. This shows that the cat was very pleased being on the ground. Describe the cat and the dad situation in the beginning and at the end of the poem. As I told you when I was finishing the explanation, the situation of the cat and the dad are just the reverse now. In the beginning, the cat was on the tree and the dad was looking up at the tree. He was standing on the ground. Whereas now, towards the end of the poem, the cat is on the ground, whereas the dad is now stuck up on the tree. When and why did dad say each of the following? Fall. This is on the first page of the poem. The dad said fall when his wife warned him to be careful so that he might not fall. Never mind. Never mind is given on page 108. never mind. The dad says never mind when he found himself on the flower bed. He started brushing the he started brushing the dirt off his hair, his face, his trousers, and his shirt. Funny joke. Funny joke is again given on page 108. The dad said funny joke when his wife warned him the second time to be very careful while climbing up the tree, otherwise he might fall once again. Rubbish. Rubbish is given when his it is given again on page 108, the last stanza. Rubbish, said dad. The dad said rubbish when his wife warned him for the third time to be careful while climbing up the tree, otherwise he might break his neck this time. Do you find the poem humorous? Read aloud lines which make you laugh. This is for you children. I am sure you must have found the poem humorous. Humorous means funny. The poem at which you can laugh while reading. So you can choose the lines which were humorous for you and you can read them again. So this is a simple poem, and from this poem we learn a simple lesson also, children. What lesson do we learn? We learn a lesson that we should not be overconfident. Confidence is a good thing. We should be confident in whatever work we are going to do, but we should not be overconfident. The dad was overconfident in this poem. Fall? A climber like me? It shows his overconfidence. He was 100% sure that he is such a good climber, he is a perfect climber, he will fall. No, he will never fall. Second time again when his wife warned him, be careful, don't fall again. Then he says, fall again. Still he is overconfident that he will not fall. Third time again when he is about to climb the tree, his wife says that don't fall, otherwise now you will break your neck. So again he says rubbish. That means again he is not alert. Again he is overconfident that he will not fall. He will be able to climb the tree very conveniently without any trouble. And actually what happened, that his purpose of climbing the tree although was fulfilled, although he was successful in bringing the cat down on the ground, the cat finally ran, it fell on the ground, it jumped on the ground and it ran away. But was dad able to bring the cat the way he wanted to bring? No. The cat jumped on the ground and ran away, whereas the dad was ultimately stuck up on the tree. So this shows that we should not be overconfident in whatever we want to do. We should have confidence, but we should not have overconfidence. Okay. So with this, I stop the chapter. I stop the poem here. Read the poem once again. Do the question answers from the PDF. Thank you. Have a nice day.